One night when I was about 12 or 13, my parents were gone for a while and I was staying up past midnight on my desktop computer, waiting for them to come home. Like most people, I had been told a million times not to talk to other strangers on the internet, but about half of my friends list on MSN were people I had never met before, so I was just chatting with a bunch of them. Out of nowhere, one of my online friends had told me exactly what I had been doing the past hour or two. Example, what I was eating, drinking, playing with when I had gotten up last. Things I hadn't mentioned in chat. I instantly got a horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach. My desktop was set up in front of a big window, so as far as I knew, this person I had been talking to that was supposed to live in a different country than me had found my address and had been watching me through the window. Turns out he had somehow hacked into my webcam and had been frequently watching me through it whenever he wanted to. It's been 10 years and I still have all the cameras on my device covered in thick duct tape. I was a kid around 10 years old and I was babysitting my 7-year-old sister. We grew up near an insane asylum and every now and then we'd get an escapee in our yard. They'd walk off the grounds and head through the woods towards the nearest big town. They'd get about a mile to our place and realize walking 40 miles to that town was probably not happening. So they'd ask to use the phone to call and get picked up by the hospital. This happened every now and then, but this was the first time it happened when I was home without my folks. The woman who arrived in our driveway wanted to call the hospital to pick her up, but she also asked me if I had some matches, presumably to light a cigarette. I ushered my sister to the house and locked the door as I called. The woman was kind of half screaming, half moaning, "Matches, I need matches," until they came and picked her up. I'm sure it was just for a cigarette, but it also could have been to burn us alive, so I didn't give her any. I had just moved into my first apartment. It was around 8:30 p.m. and I heard the doorknob moving like someone was putting a key in it and turning and knocking. At first, I got really excited that my boyfriend was home, but then I realized it was only 8:30 and he was due home from work around 10:30. So I looked out the kitchen window and didn't see his car or anyone's car I had known parked outside. That's when I panicked. The doorknob kept moving for a few more seconds and then stopped. A few minutes later, they had some piece of metal they were sticking between the door trying to open it. I freaked out at that point and locked myself in the bathroom with a knife and called 911. They tried to pry the door open for about 3 minutes before they stopped. The police surveyed the area and found an old man roaming around with a knife and a crowbar. He used to live in that apartment and he wanted his stuff back that we stole when we moved in. I was told he was really delusional. I'm so thankful and glad I didn't answer the door once I realized it was no one I knew. To this day, my heart still stops when someone knocks on my door.